Hello and welcome back, CPC fans, to the Power Rankings. I am joined by Volume.
Hello, guys. This is going to be the best PR in the history of PRs. Guaranteed. No flaws. Zero flaws in our system. Guarantee you're going to want some more CPC action coming back every week for this epic show.
Yeah, so how we're gonna do this is by explaining how we ranked each team, and then we'll jump into it.
Yeah, alright. I'll go first here for explaining how I rank teams. So I basically made a list of all things what I thought a team needed, but it's a kind of a flawed list to begin with. So as I don't have like a requirement for bulky water, and the hazards are weighted way too highly. And like if you don't have an electric type, fucking tank. Don't have a fairy dragon steel core, tanked. Fire water grass core, tanked. Rapid spin, tanked. If you don't have that, you're just bad. All right, don't have hazards, you're bad. That's basically what's the flaw with my system. Also, highly opinionated because I rated it 1 through 10 each thing and averaged it out. So like the high score is like 7.889 and the lowest score is 5.444. So like no one got an 8. So everyone's team is bad. That's the moral of the story. Anyone can win. Also, PRs, the post-draft PRs, they don't matter at all. You can see like someone at the bottom they're gonna fucking go 12-0. Someone at the top 0-12. All right, doesn't matter at all. So, flame our asses off because it's probably garbage. Ashley's rankings are better than mine. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, even if they are better, they're still garbage as well. Cause I seriously suck at these post-draft Power Rankings.
You guys try to make your own PRs, guys. They're so hard. Just do it. It's so much time. Like this took me like 5 hours to do. Grinding, staring at a computer screen, looking up what mons do, looking at speed. It is obnoxious. And I bet Ashley spent like a lot more time than I did on it. Because I came in last minute. So like oh boy.
Yeah, really well done on that, Volume. Because I was afraid that I was about to take the whole post-draft Power Rankings by myself in this
Dude,
awkward call.
scary work. You're talking to yourself for like 45 minutes. Like, what the hell's going on, man?
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the Power Rankings as you guys are interested in.
Hopefully you're interested in the PR. That's not what you're here for.
Okay.
Don't be. Wait. First off, I have to say one thing. Our man, the myth, the legend, 6A1 Shadow, #1 every time. He's the god. All right, you see what I mean when we get there. All right, that's a reveal the truth. All right, guaranteed best team, no flaws. All right, that's just random information. Remember, sponsored by 6A1 Shadow. I'm getting paid to do this. All right, my salary is 2 cents. Dude, that's money. All right. Let's go. That's what I use to buy my groceries. All right. Anyway, let's go. We started off with A12, right? So
Yeah, A12
A12 is
QXD.
City Delibirds.
He's
Alright,
never lucky, man.
Never lucky. Dead last. Garbage team for you. I'll add him 13th. Explain why you have him last. Explain why you have him last.
Yeah, okay, so don't get me wrong. A12's team isn't that terrible, but the lack of rockers and not having a single
Probably
component.
introduce what the teams are. Oh, this is so bad. All right, guys. Here's what AFL's team is. Write this down in your notepads, all right? Or like grab up a sheet or something. We should probably link something in the docs or in the description that you can look at while watching this video. All right. So his team is Kieran Black, Zapdos, Mega Absol, Swallow, Heracross, Meloetta, Hippowdon, Gengar, Avalugg, Electrode, and Metatite. All right. Now take it away.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry for that. But we'll just restart with this. So yeah, don't get me wrong, his team isn't terrible, but the lack of rockers and not having a single component from the Firewater Grass core and missing two main parts from the Dragon Fairy Steel core just makes me think that his team will be pretty bad in terms of typings. And due to him only having a single rocker in Hippowdon, I think that will be forced to come most of the weeks with rocks. And then I think that he also has a serious lack of priority options and a pretty bad spinner in my opinion.
What do you mean? Avalug is the best spinner in the game. Let me take it away on why A12's team is the best there ever was. And
Wait,
that's
wait,
why
wait,
it's the
wait.
highest ranking he's ever going to get on a PR. 13, all right? First of all, I didn't include priority, and I rated Firewater Grass Course. He had like a 0 in both of those, so they just don't exist. 0 in hazards. But let me explain. Kieran Black and Zapdos is actually super good because they're good mons. All right, his Kieran Black's super good sweeper and wall breaker kind of thing, and though his team doesn't like look like it's that great at all, which it really isn't, but he can like I don't know how I'm gonna defend this team. All right, but Mega Absol that can put in some work. That's a really good dark type to have, and Hippowdon's a decent ground type. His rockers are weak, don't get me wrong, and his team lacks the cores necessary to be like what most people would consider a solid team. But the bird, he has the swallow, dude. That's all that matters. I don't know how I'm defending this team, dude.
Okay.
Heracross, that's easy. Best wall breaker in the game. He can't lose. All right. I don't know, dude. I just think Kieran Black's Zapdos is actually a super good core. Though I can't explain why, because my limited Pokemon knowledge, great. But
Yeah, okay,
I don't know.
let me continue though.
All
And,
right.
well, due to him only having Defog Zapdos and a terrible spinner in Avalugg, I think that Zapdos will come most often with the C move as he chose, or with the Defog instead of the C move, which forces him to run either C Meditite or no C move, and I think that that'll be a bit troublesome. But note that he does have Mega Absol as a Magic Bound user, but I don't think that it's too reliable as he'll have to Mega Evolve and switch in recklessly to bounce off the hazards.
What do you mean? All right, let me explain. His team may be super bad. That doesn't matter. All right, that doesn't matter. When you have Swallow as your secondary defog, best defogger in the game. All right, Avalugg, God rapid spin. To be honest, his hazard was terrible. He's gonna get chipped down really easily. Um,
Yeah, especially since they're weak to rocks, and him having
yeah,
Kieran
he's
Black.
super weak to rock. His team's so weak to rock. On further consideration, I don't know why he's 13th on my rankings. The numbers don't lie. But I gave Avalon a 2 on the rapid spin scale because some people they don't even have rapid spin. He has more hazard removal than some of the other teams. I'm pretty confident in that. That's the sad thing. It may not be the best hazard removal, but he has more hazard removal than other teams. So that's where we're at right now. All right. Like
Yeah,
he doesn't have the worst sweepers in the world, and his bulk isn't that bad.
yeah, his
Yeah, it's
sweepers
not.
and
It
his
doesn't look
breakers
like
are
a
great.
cohesive team from a analysis standpoint.
Yeah, his sweepers and breakers, and also his full turn and momentum gainers are really good. But like the weakness to rocks and having a lot of typing weaknesses, I really don't consider this team that great.
Momentum. It's nice to have momentum, but when you're momentuming into 25% of your, it's probably not the best. All right, it's probably not the best.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right.
So for the person that's 15th on my ranking, Chime, do you want to take him first or?
No, you should take him first because I kind of have Chime at 7. So are these rankings, by the way, completely different? We only have one person so it's great.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so so for Chime's place, I'd say that the problem with Chime's team is that he's missing stealth rockers, and as his only reliable rocker is Nihilego, and he also has pretty bad hazard removal options in general. To add to that, he doesn't have any offensive wall breaker, and finally he's missing a speed tier at around 120, which could lead to monsters like Weavile running adamant against him. Oh yeah, I also forgot to add that he doesn't have a dark type, which could be problematic when he's fighting against psychic types and whatnot.
all right. So I had him 7th on my thing because the way the point. Let me explain. I have to find his team. So basically, he didn't get a lot of teams for whatever reason. Whenever I was looking at them, I noticed that they didn't have dragon type, so they didn't complete a dragon fairy steel core. And I'm like, okay, so they got a lot of zeros. So it caused a lot of things to go high. And I probably overrated his rocks user. I think Nihilego can put in a lot of work. And I think his bulk and slow. Oh, we didn't tell the team again. We're bad. Let me go through the team. I keep forgetting. His team is Megalopony, Thunder's Eye, Slowbro, Tangrowth, Flygon, Florges, Doublade, Nihilego, Cryogano. I know that's a dumb one, and Magmar. All right, but he has a decent well, his Fire Water Rascal doesn't really exist because Magmar is not a Pokemon, but you know, uh, Slowbro and Tangrowth are actually some of the best bulk you can get in this game, and the offensive threats of Megalopony and Thunderous Eye are actually super good. Flygon can give you a lot of momentum, and he has a Wish Cleric in Florges, which really helps his team. And Nihilego, while it's probably going to be relegated to hazards most of the time, it can also put in a lot of work if you play it correctly, and it can sweep teams or like wear them down. Now, Ashley's right in that he doesn't actually have a good wall breaker, so it's probably going to be Wet Noodle versus Wet Noodle in the tank battle as he tries not to get broken, which could become very problematic for him. And the lack of a dark type is never good. I think dark types are probably extremely necessary to be good. But I just think he had better options than other teams. And his speed tiers, though, Weavile can run Adamant, right? Like, I don't know. Weavile is like, I mean, yeah, Weavile's strong and stuff. Only one team has Weavile. Moral of the story. And I think his speed tiers aren't like the worst in the world. They could be better. They could be much better. Because, like, he has kind of a cluster around 100 and like 80. But, like, there are teams that are super slow and there are teams that are super fast. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just think his speed tiers aren't the worst. Maybe I underrate speed. But I gave him an 8 for speed tiers, so 8 out of 10. And I don't know. So I think his team isn't that bad. The Fairy Dragon Steel Core is that bad, and he does have good immunities to ground, Thunder's Eye, and Flygon. So he's not weak to like common threats like ground at all. And I don't know. I just think I think he has a better team than most people. I don't like that many of the teams, so I think
yeah,
this offensive core and defensive core of his team can be used so well that I think like you could probably carry him through a whole bunch of games. But I don't know.
yeah. In a point
And
systematic
before he goes
draft,
0-12, so
yeah, in a point systematic draft, it's really hard to get really good teams as it's usually balanced out.
yeah, so because like you get some good things, some bad things. Like I said, that's why nothing has an 8. So nice thing. If you want to know his rating, you get like on me, you got a 6.889. So
What? Okay.
yeah,
So for
which
the
is
13th place, I'm actually not gonna make the same mistake as I did twice, and now I'm gonna say his team. Joe's team is Tapu Koko, Arcanine, Mega Beedrill, Donphan, Umbreon, Archeops, Bronzong, Serena, Porygon Z, Cloyster, and Kommo. And how I feel about this team is that I'd consider it good, but he is 14th due to him missing a Mon at the base 120 speed tier as with Chime, and he is also his wall breakers aren't really that lovable in my opinion because his wall breakers are also his setup sweepers, and thus I feel like they'll be forced to either one of the roles. And to finish off the criticism with Joest's team is that he has a serious lack of a bulky water type, and I can see that as problematic when fighting against offensive mons like offensive fire types and whatnot. But yeah,
Can we
that
tell his team? Wait, you said his team, or you
yeah,
just
I said his team.
fun? I was bang. I'm bad, guys. That's the moral of the story. I think his team's amazing. Because I have him in number 3. All right, his team, best team that you could ever have. The only good team this could have. No, I just think Ashley overrates the on 20 speed tier. That's the thing. That's what he does because his team is actually pretty fast. I give his speed tiers a 10 because he actually spaced them out really nicely. And though he is missing a thing at 120, not many mods are 120 base speed to begin with. So that's my thing. And like they're usually 100, or like the average I'd probably say is 90, 100, maybe lower than that. I just don't think the need for speed isn't there. Like, I don't know. And though he, now what does he lack? I didn't give him a 0 for anything except for he doesn't have a spike suit.
He doesn't have
So
bulky water either.
Oh yeah, like I said, I don't have bulky water. Klotz are best tank in the game. No, I just think he has good momentum kind of like
Yeah.
Tapu Koko, Mega Beedrill, and Umbreon. So that's nice. And so I believe Serena might get U-turn for some dumb reason. And his hazard removal is actually
Yeah,
pretty
Serena
nice.
actually does get U-turn.
Or he has a good spinner. I'm a Don fan. Like I honestly, that's the best spinners in the game in my opinion. And it's a
Okay.
pretty good ground type. Like it's kind of so versatile in what it can do. Like you can bring it full tank. You could go offensive. I like Don fan a lot. I don't know how big a fan I am of Arcanine, but second round. So that's like my one criticism there. But I do really like his low tier bulk that he has. And Porygon Z. I don't know. That's an interesting mon. And Mega Beedrill is Mega Beedrill's, I think it can be really good in this format, and it can his really good sweepers and chunk down, or he's one sweeper. The problem is with this team is that there's not many great offensive threats because there's really just Mega Beedrill and Tapu Koko, right? But I think they're both so good in their respective roles that they could probably carry him. The thing I really do like is low tier bulk a lot, and I think it's just he might become one dimensional. So that's probably why you'd have him rated. But I
Yeah.
think he can do so much and come up with really clutch strategies.
Yeah,
And I like his
so
rockers a lot. He has really good rock.
um who do we have next? Hiker, it seems. Okay, so Hiker, I feel like I really underrated his team before writing my synopsis of his team, and I kind of regret it right now, as he doesn't have a bad team at all. He is lacking in some aspects, of course. Like,
List his
but
team.
first I'm gonna list
Don't-
his team.
We're not forgetting this. We're
Yeah.
getting better, guys. All right.
His team consists of Mega Mobile, Tornadus T, Galvantula, Nidoqueen, Slowking, Delmice, Pallas Wide, Alolan Persian, Darmanitan, Quillfish, and Sliggoo. Sliggoo is the Goodra middle evolution line, by the way.
The MVP of his team. He's gonna win because he has Sliggoo. Guaranteed. No flaws. Only problem. And Sliggoo best mon in best mon in the format.
Can we discuss Sliggoo later?
May I take a moment to explain that Mega Mawile is a dumb mon and shouldn't be allowed in League format. Alright? I don't know why this thing is here. I get that it's slow, but this thing just destroys everything. Alright? I don't know why it's here. Maybe it's not as good as I have it up because I just think it's a dumb mon to have in League format. And I just think he has a good team all around. It's core. What is it? What do I have on this team? Oh yeah, no. His Dragon Fairy Steel Core is because literally just Mega Mawile and then Sliggoo. That's his favorite Dragon Fairy Steel Core. But he has good immunities to the ground. I don't know. It's something I rated highly too. I don't know. I just think Torntea is good, and he has webs which can help his Mawile get stuff. His speed tiers aren't that bad. Uh, and they kind of actually space out pretty nicely, though he doesn't have anything above 21, which in fairness is hard to get. His spinner is he has a spinner in Belmise, but other than his hazard removal is fairly weak, which could have
Yeah.
caused problems with Torntea and Darmanitan. I don't believe I told you where I rated it. I rated him number 6, so based on my point system here. And he doesn't have a dark type, but I don't know. I think dark types are good.
He
But
does
my
have a
point
dark
system
type.
apparently doesn't
Alolan
care.
Persian.
Oh wait, he does.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm bad. Wait, that probably means he's a much better hiker. Best team in the league. All right, wait, I don't even know. Alolan Persian, that's a 3. That probably doesn't bring him up that much. Yeah, I think he's still that. Whatever. It doesn't matter. He's a 0. Alolan Persian, not a real dark type. Doesn't matter.
Dude, he gets parting shot and can help with the webs a lot.
That's actually probably really good. What am I saying, dude? I don't know anything about mines.
Yeah.
Alright. I like his hazards. I think Nidoqueen's super good. And so he has a nice hazard setup, and his bulk is pretty decent. He has good wall breakers and Darmanitan, but I think that's it. It's hard to get a lot of wall breakers. I think Darmanitan's actually super strong. It's hard to use. And it gets chunked down by hazard. But I just don't think his team is like the best of the best. I just think it's better than a lot of teams. So it's pretty much what I feel like the most.
Yeah, I do feel like it's better than most of the teams here, but I still ranked it 13th for some reason
Well,
before going over it. But Yeah, I was gonna cover about the same things as you did, as he doesn't have a great hazard control and like hazard removal
Dude, who
uh
needs hazard control when you can just set up hazards?
and his wall
Hazard
breakers
stack them as they hazard stack you. That's how to beat the hazard 101. Just
a-
hazard stack every game.
and his setup options aren't too reliable, as he only really has one great one with Mega Mall, I think. But it doesn't matter too much because he has webs and parting shot help.
Webs is basically getting up a speed boost.
Yeah, so yeah, that's about it for Hiker though.
Yeah, I don't know. Our PRs are garbage. Flame us, please. Rate your PRs in the comments below. I want to see how everyone rates these teams. All right, next up we got we haven't been saying the teams either. We're garbage people. TCMTL.
Yeah,
Our team.
TCMTO.
I don't remember.
His team is Megalatios, Excadrill, Azumarill, Celebi, Salazzle, Rotom, Hoopan Bound, Porygon 2, and Floatzel.
Alright, he's the West Coast Weavile, by the way. If you couldn't tell by the Weavile image, I'm pretty sure the images say what the teams too, but I like saying the name. It's fun. Alright. Alright, well, I'm gonna go first for this one. So, first of all, I had him number 5 on this. Alright. Based on my ratings. I thought his team was actually pretty good. Megalodius is super strong. His Fairy Water Steel Core is actually super good. Megalodius, Excadrill, Azumarill, so good. And I like his yeah, actually did a really nice job getting out his cores. And I think the Unbound, super strong wall breaker, his team. The only thing his team really lacks is kind of like 100% walls, but like P2 is decent and Celebi is decent, and a lot of his mons are bulky enough that you can run them offensively one week and defensively the next week. So I think he has a really good bulky offense team. So the only question mark I have for his team is Floatzel. I actually really like Road as a low tier electric type, so it's also why his team is pretty good on my thing. And he didn't. The reason why he's not high, he didn't get. Well, actually, I mean, he got high. I don't know, dude. He doesn't have T spikes or spikes. This has it, but he does have a lot of rocks users. I think like Celebi and X-Girl. I mean, which aren't what you really want to be running rocks each week on. So like I don't know.
Yeah,
I like his offense. I like his offense. I like his defense. I think it's a flexible team. What the Mons can do, which makes up for the fact that he only has 9 Mons.
yeah, okay. I don't think it's a flexible team due to it having 9 months. And I think that way because of his most of his mons are pretty one-dimensional, like Drill and Azumarill
What
and
you're
Salas.
saying, Drill is one dimensional? Dude,
Dude,
that thing can be like full special defense, offense the next game.
no, I mean like offensively, since his team is
Oh,
bulky
wait,
offense.
I have one question mark with the team. Wait, where's the sand? Where's Drill in the sand? That bothers me.
Yeah,
Anyway.
okay, so Salas as well. And I feel like he doesn't have that much offensive support like knockoff, pursuit, or a lot of priority options that normal bulky offensive teams have. And his Volt turn options aren't really existent, I think, except for Celebi
Oh
and
yeah,
Rotom.
that's something I didn't bring up. I don't have any Volt Turn. Volt Turn's not on my. That's problematic. So
And to finish it off, I can't see a flying type with this team. Only one a levitator being Megalatios, which I think could be quite problematic. And
oh yeah,
yeah,
he's well. Rotom's levitate too. Rotom's levitate.
oh yeah,
He's not actually that weak to ground. It's really only Excadrill and Sol that are weak to ground on his team. And he has a resistance Celebi, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. And he has a couple immunities, so it's not like his team's particularly weak to ground.
yeah,
He
that's
does
true.
have, as I think you put it out, he has a dark weakness.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
was about to say that he's very weak to Dock.
yeah, so it's not like I don't know. We have we basically like our ratings are pretty much opposites. So it's like yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of these teams that actually like has things that I didn't consider in my ratings. That's why these teams are different. The way we have them rated are different. So wait, what else do I want to say about his team?
if you have
I don't know.
anything else, go ahead.
I think like I don't think contrary to Ashley, I don't think his mods are that one dimensional. I think you can choose and pick and choose what you want to be your wall each week. And maybe it is way too offensive, and there's not enough special support because in that regard. But I think I don't know. Celebi can do a lot of things. It is one of the 100 pixies thing, base 100 pixies, which means it
Yeah,
gets a whole bunch.
that's the thing that I can see being versatile. Hoop on Bond as well.
Latios you can run bulky Latios, you can run DD Latios, you can run Combine Latios. You actually really don't know what Latios is gonna get. Excadrill can be pretty bulky too, or it could be a sweeper. Azu could be Belly Drum or AV, which is in fairness pretty limited AV band. So you kind of know what you're getting with Azu, but I don't know. I think Azu is just a super staple mon in League format because it is so strong. It can be a sweeper. It can do a lot of things that people undervalue how much it can do for a team. And I really like the late pickup of Hoopa U and a band and stuff, and how much offense utility that gives him, which means he can run more bulk on things, and he can easily match a team's like offensive, and just as easily, like maybe not as easily match their bulk, but he can just basically he can deal with a lot of things. I think I don't know. He can deal with the things and the things and the things. Maybe his team's garbage. Flame me, please.
Dude,
Alright.
chill.
I like his hazard removal. Well, not really. Excadrill's not a good run. Excadrill's not a good spinner. You don't want to run spin Excadrill. But that's what I mean. You can run different things. You never know if you can get defog Gladius or a spin Excadrill or just nothing.
Yeah, but like
this team isn't particularly weak to hazard.
that's another problem with this team. I just realized that. Mega Latios and Drill being his hazard removal.
I mean, in fairness, his team isn't particularly weak to hazards. Like Salazzle that exists, but like that's it. So PT is actually underrated. So I don't know. I think his team's really good.
Yeah, okay, let's move on though. So at 11th we have, or I have rather, DD Kiad, and his team is Clefable, Garchomp, Roserade, Cobalion, Cofagrigus, Cloyster, Raichu, Gastrodon, Satu, Mega Houndoom, and Bishop. So, what I feel that is kind of bad about this team is that he's lacking a physical wall breaker, and he is very, very, very weak to ground. And to add to that, he is missing an Edgequake and Volt Beam check.
Oh, but I don't know. I mean, his team is interesting. I have him, but apparently he got number 4 on my rating. So very kind. We have some interesting thoughts here. But then again, I did do a point system, and actually I think did a bit differently than I did. So once again, his team was rated highly because it didn't get many zeros. So that also helps your team get higher rated on my thing. So I like his double steel types, which is interesting. I like his Fairy Dragon Steel. I think you're right. His wall breakers kind of don't exist.
Yeah,
but,
it'll be offensive or choice banded Garchomp if it's gonna be a wall breaker, I think.
But I think he has the bulk or like kind of utility mons to 1v1 walls and wear them down with like toxic and stuff. And he does have really the reason why his team is rated so highly on my thing, since his hazard control is so good. Like for the amount of hazards he has, he's got Cloyster that gets a whole bunch of stuff. Roserade, whole bunch of stuff.
Cloyster is not a.
And he has a whole bunch of different rocks off them. And I know you don't usually run Cloyster with hazards, right? Because that seems so weird. You don't hazard attack with Cloyster, but it gives him another option, and it can. I think Cloyster is an underrated mon that people haven't really tested out that much, and what it can do. And I think his Gastrodon's not the worst ground type in the world, and it gives him a way to absorb water. Mega Houndoom is super underrated, and it can put in so much work as a dark type. So
yeah,
and, how much damage it does. So I think like his team may not have like smash and wall breakers like Dawn, Tackle, Boo, stuff like that, but it does have a sizable offense, and it can wear down teams through hazards and chunking them down, and that's what I think his plays like, and then bringing in like the DD Garchomp or Shell Smash Cloyster or something like that, standard stuff. And there's probably a whole bunch of other stuff that you can do that we're not listing off here. So that's why I think I have him rated high. So.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. So for my number 10 and your, I don't know what it is.
What's it? It's Golden Centurion.
Yeah, it's Golden Centurion.
He's the 15th.
He's 15th? Okay, explain yourself.
Alright, explain. What's his team name? I'm so bad.
It's Venice Shaman, I think.
Oh, he's Venice. All right. I don't like Venice bothers me. All right, let me explain why. Actually, his team is super offensive, and I don't know. I don't really like his low-tier mods. It seems like a six-mon team basically. It's literally just a six-mon team with Golek, Gligar, and Rapidash in the back. I don't know. Did we list it off? I'm so bad.
No, it didn't.
All right, yeah, his back mons, Golek, Gligar, Rapidash. We're starting from the back. Then he has other mons, Rachi, Weavile, Terrakion, Togekiss, Milotic, Mega Venusaur. That's what he's bringing every week. Like, that's so bad. Terrakion's not Terrakion has a different ways to be offensive. It's not flexible at all. Weavile, it's super good offensively, but like, yeah. Jirachi, you can do a whole bunch of stuff with that. Togekiss, you can do stuff with that. Milotic, Venusaur, his team's so standard, and I think if you find a way to prep for this thing, so easy to beat. Like, I don't know. There's not, like, what's he gonna do with the back half of his mons? His team's so top heavy. And, like, they're good. They're a good six mons, but you're basically bringing those six mons every week. What is it? He doesn't have an electric type, fast electric type, so that doesn't help him all. His Dragon Fairy Steel Core doesn't exist because he doesn't have a dragon type. Right? He has a good steel, he has a good fairy, doesn't have a dragon type, so I give him a 0 because it doesn't exist. His fire, water, grass core, Mega Venusaur, and Milotic can carry things. Rapidash isn't a Pokemon, alright? Prove me wrong. Don't exist. Rapid Spin don't exist. His one hazard removal is Togekiss with Defog. His team's actually weak though, like rocks fuck over Weavile. I'm so sorry. Togekiss, that gets stuff. And that gets fucked, alright? And his walls are decent, but his team's just so not flexible. All right, I just fucking hate it. All right, and he does have really good offensive track, really good bulk. Don't get me wrong, but he has nothing else. No flexibility. I think Mega Venus fucking hate this team. I think the mons themselves are good. There's not good support around them. That's my opinion.
Yeah, okay.
But prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
So with your roasts, I gotta add that he's very weak to water, and that he is missing Taunt and Volt Turn.
How is he weak to water? He is Milotic and Venusaur. That's what is this?
Yeah, but like look at how many water weaknesses he has.
Oh, I guess in the back half is his team, sure. But I don't consider the back half of his team mons. They're not Pokemon, alright? Oh yeah, he has a Defogger and Gligar, right? Which I guess he could. That's literally the only mon I see him working in as the 7th mon for his team. Golurk, that's fucking terrible most of the time. Rapidash, I don't know what the fuck it does. Maybe it's OP. I just fucking hate this. Alright? Oh my god. I don't know. It's probably not as bad as I'm making it out to be. And I'm probably being over defensive about my arguments just to try to seem like I know what I'm doing. Anyway, continue with your explanation.
Yeah, so with the criticism of how bad his team is, I have to say that he has a lot of rockers, and
that's what I liked about his team. He does have a lot of rockers, but it's Drachi and Terrakion, and like Golug. What the fuck is that? Rocky's Gligar, guaranteed. Like he can run support Terrakion. That's what I forgot. Terrakion can taunt rock stuff, and that's what it does. That's support.
Yeah, that's lead Terrakion.
That's the other thing. Other than that, he's a sleeper. Don't get me wrong, Terrakion's a good one. Also, wait. Oh, here's another thing that I don't like. He doesn't have very good special offense. Like Combine Jirachi is a thing, but that's basically it. Like his walls are special. That's what it is.
What about Nasty Claw, Togekiss, or Growth, Mega Venusaur?
Oh, wait, where's the banded Toads, dude? Where's the banded?
Also banded? Hello? On which planet do you exist?
I don't know. I don't know Togekiss. Maybe it's a Godmon. I'm fucking terrible at Pokemon. This team is the best team that ever existed.
Nobody said that. It's only it's below average.
Actually, this is one of our closer ones. Like 10 to 15 is actually pretty.
Yeah. And yeah, it's really missing a mixed attacker as well, which could lead it to getting fully walled out. But
Jirachi can. That's his Jirachi. But Jirachi's like, I don't know. It's not the most out. It's literally utility.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I think Jirachi's overrated.
But Jirachi does give him wish support, and I feel like that could.
Oh yeah, Rachi. He can run the wish core of Rachi Togekiss. I think I had that season 4 or something. I don't think it's that good.
Yeah.
So yeah. By the way, if you want to know something about me, I went 1-11 season 4, and then I dropped out. So that's me. I hope found the CPC. This is just random information, but yeah, I hope found the CPC. I was there for 4 seasons. I lost every playoff match I played. So I made playoffs 3 times or 2 times, and then I was garbage. Then we got good people, and then I was garbage. Anyway,
Yeah, so before finishing off
random.
Carson, aka Golden Centurion's team, I gotta say that I feel like Goler, Gligar, and Rapidash are actually workable mons, and I'm very interested to see how he's able to use them and utilize them in each game.
If he can utilize them, prove me wrong. It's basically on him to prove me wrong. I think it's a terrible team. I don't think it's gonna work out that well. I think it's over. It can be seen as overrated with the that it has, but I guess we didn't overrate it. So I just don't like it well. But I should probably put him dead last compared to what I have. My last, if you saw that I had Jake last, we'll get to Jake eventually.
Dude, your last is garbage.
I'll explain why, but it's not good. It's gonna be a terrible explanation.
Yeah,
All right,
so
well,
so for ninth, we actually have the same
we
team.
agreed on one thing. I think will the RNG Lord go to the San Antonio Spars?
Okay, so let me go over his team then. So he has drafted Tapu Lele, Salamence, Dugtrio, Heatran, Mandibus, Blastoise, Chestnut, Luxray, Megalaxam, and Trash, aka Dunsparce. Go ahead,
Wait,
volume.
isn't Dunsparce's Zmon his utility Zmon?
Yeah, it's garbage.
Feels bad. That's so bad.
Do you want to start off by explaining how garbage this team is to his demise?
Alright, first glance, you might be thinking, Lele, why the fuck did we allow that? It's 20 points. It's super overrated. I don't know. Lele's actually pretty broken. I just don't think his team supports it well. He has Mega Zam too. Like, I know that Psychic Terrain is good enough, but Mega Zam and Lele, really? And his Dragon Fairy Steel card isn't the like worst or anything. Like, he is a mediocre average team in my opinion. All right, despite having good monsters, his physical wall break, his physical mon attacker doesn't exist. It's literally like Mence, but Mence can run like Mence is literally only physical attacker. His low tier, he has a lot of low tier bulk that I guess it's kind of like Yo's team, but I like Yo's teams a lot more. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just garbage at rating.
No, it's because it's Jost. He actually does well.
I don't know. I actually didn't consider like who was what. Literally it's just numbers. Like I just consider how I like them all. And like his Firewater Grass Course, Heatran, Blastoise, Chestnut. I don't know. Oh wait, I remember what I hate about his team. Fuck Dugtrio. Why the fuck would you pick that up third round? Holy shit. Fucking terrible mod. I don't like it at all. Alright, that's my opinion. Fucking garbage ground type. But fuck that. That's what I feel like. That's my main criticism.
Yeah, okay.
Dugtrio's bad. Terrible team. Also, he's kind of weak to rocks in a sense. So, like, I don't know. He doesn't have good hazard removal. His Blastoise is okay.
He doesn't have good hazard status either.
Mandibus is okay.
He doesn't have good hazard status though. His hazard status is basically Heatran.
Oh wait, no, doesn't Dugtrio get half? Dude, but it's
Dugtrio and Dunsparce are
I think Blastoise actually gets rocks.
Blastoise doesn't get rocks. Which planet do you live on?
I always forget what gets rocks and what doesn't.
Also, with a crazy offensive team like his, is where the hell is his physical wall breaker? Is it Salamence? If it is, I wouldn't say it's a good one.
It's Banded Mence every week. That's what it is.
Because if he's running that, his setup options are basically non-existent, as he'll have to run Calm Mind Lele most of the time, and yeah, that's basically it.
He won't really have good setup sleepers if he has to bring Band every week. Like, I guess Dugtrio's.
Yeah.
But then again, it's Dugtrio.
And Dugtrio is a bad ground type as well, which is his only ground type.
His team is basically all special attackers, so like mediocre physical attackers with kind of okay bulk. So I just think his team is one-dimensional offensively, and it's gonna be really hard for him to use. I don't think his defensive mons can be run offensively that well, and that's why I don't like his team that much. Heatran, I mean, you can kind of do a lot of things. I think Heatran's kind of on the format, but yeah, I don't know.
Also, where's this team?
Like, don't get us wrong. Like, this team's not that bad. Like, it's not as bad. We just there's certain things. It's like this team could be better.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're not criticizing a team for being, or talking about how good it is, but rather how bad it is. or what
We
kind
go
of
first
bad
tier.
things it
Okay.
has so that you guys will understand why it's ranked in whatever place it's ranked at.
We don't praise good things. We only hate. That's the thing. We're all negative people. Is the glass half empty? Yeah, that's what it is. All right.
Yeah, so wait, let me say another thing that's bad about Will's team, and that is that he doesn't have a toxic spike absorber despite having an offensive team like his.
Oh yeah, but I don't know. It's not like I don't know. Actually, no, that might be really bad. What? Whoops! I didn't consider that. I don't consider certain things. My list is bad, guys. But we both agreed on one thing, so he's garbage. All right. All right. Let's get to my favorite team in this. Actually, number one, 681 Shadow. All right. Connecticut Crocodiles. Best team in the league. All right. We can't put him number one because he's paying. He's like we're getting paid by outside sources to put him number one, but we can't. Right? We can't because he's like gotta keep the power rankings unbiased. I'm like, but man, dude, you're really the best team in the. But actually, though, let me explain. I helped Joey kind of draft this team, or 681 Shadow did. Shadow. I helped him draft this team. I work in his front office, so I do have bias towards it. But so I know a lot of things about his team because I studied it a lot more than I did other teams before I was a PR thing. Before I started doing PRs. So first of all, special attacker doesn't exist.
Wait,
Totally right.
wait, say the team.
Oh God, yeah. Mega Gallade, Zygarde. Did we list Will's team?
Yes, I think so.
Hopefully,
Yeah, we did,
but
cause
like
I
I said,
remember it.
hopefully
I
we'll have the
remember
thing in the
stating it.
description of draft rosters, so you can look at that. Make sure you have that open in the tab. All right. Anyway, his name is Mega Gallade, Zygarde 50%, Klefki, Raikou, Tapu Bulu, Vaporeon, Drapion, Torkoal, Mantine, and all right. Let's dive right into this beauty of a team. All right. So I had him rated 11, which is also one of our closer teams, but round 3 Klefki is garbage. Also, like, this is just a random specific thing, but this tilted me off the face of the planet during the draft. So he was wheel pick, right? He had the opportunity. He got Mega Gallade, Zygarde 50%, and then he had the opportunity to draft Bulu Heatran next. That would have been so good. I would have been like that would have been so good. Anyway, that just it tilts me. All right, but he actually has some of the best physical wall breakers and setup sweepers in the game. And Mega Gallade, Tiger 50%, and Tapu Bulu. Like, that's so strong. But, like, round 3 Klefki is why does that here? His steel type, I don't know. I don't really think Klefki's a good steel or fairy type. It does get screens and spikes, but it's not like the most dimensional mon of all time. It's really just hardcore utility. And his team's super weak to ground. Basically, is the way he avoids getting destroyed by ground types is Bulu, Grassy Terrain, and Klefki Magnet Rise. Literally it. Alright? Everything else gets destroyed. His hazards, his rock setters are Torkoal and Auroras. They're so bad. Torkoal, not a good mon. His Firewater Grass Core is Torkoal. And then Vape and Bulu. I don't know. Torkoal's not a mon. It can be good. It's a special attacker. It's a secondary special attacker. It's not great. It's not great. He does have good he has Drapion, which isn't that bad for toxic spikes and stuff, but like I don't know, his team just really lacks the hazard game, and it's kind of the main flaw of his team. He also has a Mantine and a Vape, which is not great. Basically, he gets destroyed by ground types, and he's super slow. Like his team, he gets like Raikou at like 115, and then Mega Gallade at 110, and then Zygarde at 95, and his team just goes downhill from there. It's so slow. Gets outpaced by a lot of the other teams here, and it's not the best. He has to use a lot of low tier stuff to be good.
Yeah, may I add that his hazard removal options are weak to rocks, and
Oh, yeah, that's so bad.
and that his flying and ground types have quad weaknesses.
What a god. The best team in the league. No flaw. Zero flaw.
And finally, what I like to criticize is that his volt turn option is pretty much non-existent, as he only has volt switching Raikou, and due to that and due to how he overall built his team, I feel like it's really passive and that it'll lose momentum easily.
Joey drafts a lot of passive teams. I'm pretty sure every time there's a CPC season, you look at his team and it's like this thing's passive. It's like, oh my god. I'm pretty sure he's gotten that criticism the past 2 seasons. So yeah, like I don't know. His teams like never end up being that great. But I don't know. This is probably the best power he's gotten. So post draft because his wall breakers are just unbelievably strong. His bulk doesn't really exist, but like who needs bulk when you got boom? You just one shot everything. Like I think his team is actually super easy to execute if you just chip them down. Then you can just sweep teams because they don't have certain checks of things. That's why his team is super good. But other than that, like I have him a lot. It's not better than us. So
Yeah, so by the way, I placed in 8th if you hadn't gotten that yet.
well, you can look in the thing. I believe 8th and 11th are the same. We could probably, but yeah,
Yeah, probably.
anyway.
So at
All right.
7th, I have Jake, and you
Oh,
have him
this is
at.
the most controversial thing in the draft.
Yes,
Yost might be controversial. You might think like that's number 3 and number 14. No, this is the most
it's
controversial. All right.
7th and last.
Yeah, I have him dead last. If you didn't see earlier. All
So
right. I
explain
have him.
yourself. Explain yourself.
All right. Explain why I have him dead last. Well,
Yes.
really, because of my criteria. Like I said, he got a whole bunch of zeros. He still only got like 5 zeros, which tanked the score. Because he doesn't have a spikes user, he doesn't have a T spike user. Maybe I think he does, and I'm blind, and so he's probably God. Uh, he doesn't have rapid twin. I know it's hard to get in league format. Don't get me wrong, and he doesn't have a fast electric type or a fire water grass coin. So he doesn't have a fire type. But like Mega, and his team is very special heavy. He doesn't really have a good physical wall breaker. Honestly, I don't know if I can defend myself for this because Mega Gardevoir and Manatee or Hydreigon are pretty good, really good. So but I don't know. Basically, didn't end up rating highly on my team, but based on the criteria that I had. So it's probably much better than I give it credit for, and I actually kind of like the team. So I probably should put it higher, but that's my most controversial rating. I don't think I can defend this thing. I'm just too bad. It's not that bad. It really isn't. So
Yeah.
explain why it's good, Ashley. Explain why it's good.
Okay, I'll explain why it's good. As you stated already. Wait, did we go over the team?
Oh, we didn't. All right, Mega. Oh, wait, did we go over Joey's team? Oh, we did.
Yeah, we
Mega
did.
Gardevoir, Manaphy, Hydreigon, Metagross, Halucha, Amoonguss, Golbat, Sneasel, Kangaskhan, Scyther. Once again, make sure you have a thing up on the side. Like, there should be a warning at the beginning. Open up the teams on a separate sheet. We're bad at naming. Look at them in a separate thing if you want to do the team. All right.
Yeah, so this is why his team is great in my opinion. First off, he has a really good speed tier at 118 at the highest, and then 115 in Golbat, and then it drops down to Manaphy and goes down to Hydreigon, I think, and then it kind of gets bad, but it's still decent.
I
Anyways.
speed tiers rated at 7. Like they weren't terrible. Don't get me wrong. This team is probably. I basically like I didn't give him anything less than except for the city of gaps in. So that's why. This
Okay.
team
Yeah, it
high
has
rated.
gaps in the lower speeds, but that's whatever, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know.
Uh,
I think the lower speeds matter more than the higher speeds.
yeah, next up.
His team is actually pretty fast, so it doesn't really matter. But he gets it's kind of in that weird, awkward spot where you get outpaced by some things and like super fast teams. But he's like a medium speed team. Like I don't think his speed is gonna be why he's winning. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so will you allow me to continue now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So he does lack hazard removal as he only has 2 of them, but I feel like he has 2 of the best ones in Metagross and Seismitoad, and his hazard removal isn't that great as he only has the default Golbat, but he does have a lot of priority options which help him with his offensive team, and his team is also very versatile, as we can see from Mega Gardevoir, Manaphy, and
Priority
Hydreigon.
does he have besides Bullet? Oh, his Bullet Punch Ice Shard.
Yeah, Bullet
I have my
Punch,
priority.
Bullet
Like my
Punch,
team,
Ice Shard, and then Kangaskhan as well.
Regular Kangaskhan. What's that thing gonna do to me? Explain why I think.
Dude, it hits like a truck. Yet Wish passes like a tank as well.
Okay. I don't know this Mon. I don't think his team's that bad. I really don't. I can easily and just destroy Fanal prep.
Yeah, he has really great special wall breakers
He went
and mixed
12-0
attackers as
last
well.
week. Like This
Ah,
man, don't take any credit away from this man, but as you
over.
can see, I'm not afraid to race him dead last, written dead last on my bullshit points. So,
Ye-
fucking garbage, deserves to lose, terrible person, I hate him as a person. Honestly, though, he's pretty cool. Everyone memes him. Everyone.
That's so true.
It's like, alright. But no, it's not bad. Like, it's not a bad team.
Yeah, it's
Phenomenal.
really not a bad team. It's
But
just
and the way my thing, right, he's had a lot of gaps in what the criteria I needed, so that's why he's last. Because there's this gaps. I don't think his team is like particularly good, but I don't think it's particularly bad either.
yeah,
Wait,
which
what's his ground type? His seismitoad.
yeah,
That's like
it's quite weak, but it's good in my opinion.
it's an okay. Like I just don't think his team's like. It basically ended up being mediocre. Like,
Yeah,
and it's really special attack heavy. Like that's a really like there are some really good special wall breakers, but then like what is he gonna like? It's literally Halucha every week. Otherwise, he's not gonna be able to break physical
yeah, he might
at
run other
all
stuff.
because like it's physical Hydreigon, Banded Metagross. That's it. Only thing and Kangaskhan, I guess. Like
Sneasel,
well, Sneasel could be. I like Sneasel.
yeah, so his team isn't that bad.
I
It's actually decent.
no, like I just don't like. I don't know. He's just garbage. Fuck Jake. Terrible team. Worst team in the league, as you can tell by my PRs. I actually don't hate the team at all. I just just rated lowly. I just think it's a fine team. It can work fine. But,
Okay, so at sixth place, I have
oh, this is
Aberford.
also one of our close ones. Abe. I haven't been Abe. So
Yeah, yeah, I'm
yeah.
eighth. So,
What's
um,
Hazard? Step number one. What's Hazard removal?
no, step number one, go over his team.
Oh, he
So,
has Victini, Diggersby, Superior, Thunderous. Doesn't he have Thunderous T?
yeah, he probably has Thunder's team.
I think it's Thunderous T, and you wrote Thunderous on. Okay, that's a sidetrack. Thunderous T, Keldeo, Comfey, Felix, Omar, or Omastar, Noivern, and Megateetar. I hate Megateetar, but I haven't read him eighth. It's not a bad team. What
Yeah,
do you
wait,
take?
wait a bit.
His offense is so good though. His offense is so good. But that's all he has left. Like his low tier tanks. Like Mega T-Tar is basically tank, or it could run DD. I don't know. I think it's relegated to being a tank most of the season, unless he goes full, which he really could do pretty easily. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hazard removal doesn't exist.
yeah, his team is Thunder's, or his mon is
His
Thunder's
team's
team.
super weak to Hazard, and the Hazard just don't exist. The Hazard removal not exist.
Yeah, but it's an offensive team, so that's to be expected.
Yeah, I mean,
Which
yeah.
is why I overlooked the bulky water roll and the hazard removal roll and place him this high.
No, I just don't think it's that great. Like it's like average, which is I have an 8, which is basically average. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so for the final thing that I like about this team is that it's a team that I draft and use happily as it's really fitting for my playstyle. So yeah, it got placed pretty high.
kill things and don't worry about when you're on. It's basically trade them on every game.
Yeah, that's
Eight
basically
on
my
turn
playstyle.
battle. That's basically what his team is. 8-turn battle.
And that's just like Abe's playstyle as well, so it fits.
I didn't consider the battle at all with this. I did all like, wholly based off the draft. Like I'm not even kidding. I didn't even look at what the team names are. That's why I don't know the teams that well. Whose teams.
Wow.
So, but yeah, he's super offensive team. I just think like I don't know, it can get like run over if like you have to kind of match this team with fire because you're basically not gonna be able to tank his stuff, but he doesn't have any switching. So if you just bring better offense than he does, like his offense is good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I just think he has some severe weaknesses. Like the rock weakness is never good. And in order to abuse the momentum that he does kind of have with this team, you don't want to lose like a 25% of your health on breaker. Just like when you're trying to do stuff, and it just basically dies. That's why his team's probably gonna go super. Like the battles are gonna be super fast with this team. So yeah,
Yeah, so
I
getting
think
in.
he's gonna die turn 2. So
Yeah, okay, so are you done talking about him?
yeah,
Yeah, okay. So at sixth or fifth, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna check.
uh, fifth. Oh, this is controversial.
Yeah,
You're fifth. My 14th.
we have Johnny Ricepool. So his team consists of Mew, Scolipede, Mega Zezor, Suicune, my favorite mon, Volcarona, Mienshao, Aerodactyl, Stunfisk,
that's why I pirated.
Tornadus, and Vullaby.
Vullaby is not a mon.
Vullaby is god, dude. What are you talking about?
Vullaby is probably not bad.
So, the thing with Johnny's team is that
what's an electric type switch in besides Stunfisk? Stunfisk every week. That's basically what it is. Stunfisk every week. That's the problem with this team. Don't get me wrong, I think Stunfisk is a good mon, but like I think you need another ground type to use Stunfisk. So effectively, I just don't think it's something you want to be bringing every week unless your name is Gypsy King. So like,
who knows? Johnny might be the new Gypsy King.
Oh god.
No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, the problems with his team is that he is missing a fairy type and a grass type as well. Which is probably why he got rated 0 on both.
His
and
cores
dropped.
Don't exist, so he got a whole bunch of zeros.
But he has balanced them out pretty well, in my opinion. As his fairy, the typing's fairy resists, his team also resists, and thus I don't think it's much of a problem. And he also has great support for Volcarona and offensive mons like Scolipede, and even offensive Mew due to his Sass removal.
I don't think it's that. Sass was okay. Like, I guess it can set up Volcarona, but yes, Defog Mega Scizor, that's never optimal. You can run Defog. Again, not the most optimal. It is kind of flexible though.
Aerodactyl, Defog Aerodactyl also works.
Aerodactyl. I think actually Jake used that really well last. But from what I remember, I don't know.
Yeah.
Aerodactyl is best mon. I don't know. I just think it's an okay team. I don't think it's that great. I really don't think it's that great. Like, he has good hazards and stuff. I don't know. I don't like it that much. No, I don't like it.
Yeah, he's missing a special wall breaker as well, which could force him to run Specs or C-move Volcarona without setup most of the time, and I don't like that much.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's like, I don't know, dude. This team's like super weak to electric types. Gotta break the Stunfisk. It's not really, it's kind of weak to water too. Like, it's really weak to water and electric, and it's like not great. Not optimal. So, like, I just don't think I think his team's just like meh. Like, I don't know. I don't think Mew, Scolipede, Mega Scizor, meh. That's my opinion. Suicune, meh. Volcarona, meh.
Dude, get out of here! Get out of here!
I think it's all his mods meh. I don't know. He could probably use it decently.
You're meh as well, dude.
Garbage team. Third worst team in the league. Fucking terrible. Alright, get the shit out of my face. I don't have much to say about it other than it's meh.
Okay, so for your first place and my fourth place, we have King Deimos.
I'm waiting for him to go 0-12.
But you rated him first? That's so
I don't
rude.
consider battlers, dude. I'm just waiting. I don't know. I guess his team means something. I'm just ready to be flamed because. So that's what I'm ready for. Anyway.
Yeah. So the reason King Deimos got raised so high in the power rankings is because he basically
checks every box.
Yeah, he basically checked every box we looked for, and. But the problems I saw with this team was that he didn't have any Edgequake or Bolt Beam switching that was too reliable, and he also has a team that I really wouldn't like to use.
I think I like his team.
So it didn't get placed at like number or top 3, and it fell right off of it. But yeah, that's basically why I placed him here.
I think it's pretty good. I don't know. Infinite's so flexible. His team is pretty flexible, I guess. I don't know. I'm saying that with the. Did we even list off the team?
No, we didn't.
Did we even list off the other teams? Like I said, just get something off. Let me list this team. Infinite, Skarmory, Shaman, Nidoking, Primarina, Mega Manectric, Dragonite, Azelf, Spiritomb, Diglett. Let me explain. His only 0 he got was rapid spin. So I guess that was fine. But like I didn't rate anything below a 7. Like I guess his ground type, Nidoking, is pretty good. I rated it 7 though. Dark type, Spiritomb, I think is underrated. Gave it a 7. He's really good. He has good immunities to flying. I mean, flying things, which is another thing. I got a 10. Fast electric type, the classic and Mega Manectric. All right, his speed tiers are pretty good.
Yeah, he's
Space
missing one in 125 though.
and but you really hate that speed tier, mate, dude. That's the one that gets you every time. Oh my god. I do agree though that it's physical. Like I don't know, Dragonite can do stuff, Infernape can do stuff. He might be, and then, like his team, he has a lot of mixed attack. There's a lot of things that can go both ways, and that's what I think is really flexible. This team, and his hazards are pretty good. He can, as just said, an Azelf, and he can use Starm too, and Nidoking. Like that's all good hazard stuff, and you actually have to bring hazards all the time either, because you have so many options. I just think his team's really flexible all around, and that's kind of what I look for in a team. It's flexibility, and his sleepers are good. Like Infernape's good, Dragonite is good. I guess that's all his sleepers, but that's good. That's good enough for me. Azelf can do stuff. Mega Manectric wears down teams pretty. It's a pretty good team, and you can control hazards by setting up hazards on everyone else. That's my opinion. Fight fire with fire. So that's why he's number 1. I just thought it was overall, it just checked every box. Like there's nothing else. The only thing he didn't check was rapid.
Yeah, okay. So in third and second, we have a really controversial choices, but
the worst player in all history to play Pokemon.
So for number 3, we have Techno though. Before we talk,
no. What am I saying?
before,
I thought I'm getting everything messed up. Ignore what I just said.
Okay, yeah. So with Techno's team, he has Landorus Incarnate, Latias, Tapu Fini, Ferrothorn, Circuitry, Chandelure, Skuntank, Gigalith, and Mega Glalie. Do you want to explain why you placed him at 9th?
I guess
or 10th. My bad.
Alright, so I placed him low. Like I don't know why his Lando Eye is super strong. Don't get me wrong. But wait, let me just start off with the thing that I hate about this team. The speed tiers don't exist. It's literally 110 is his fastest mon, 101, 100. Then there's 4 mons at 80, like in the 80-85 range, and then 2 mons at 20. Like what the fuck is that speed tier? Gigalith is not a mon. Get that out of my face. This team's unflexible. I don't like circuitry. It's very special heavy. He has to run physically offensive Lando. Basically, that's what he has to do. It's not going to be special Lando ever because he has no physical attackers.
What about Mega Glalie?
So bad. I don't know why this is basically what I hate. I don't know why Jake's team is better than this. My power rankings are garbage. They don't make any sense. What else did he? I don't know, dude. He had a lot of 10s because special Lawbreaker. Lando Eyes is super good. He has a decent defog. Tapu Fini and Latias is actually a decent defog, and Skunk. He has 3 defog users, so that's actually pretty nice. That's why he's rated high. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's he just doesn't have a physical. His physical wall breaker doesn't exist. His physical attacker doesn't exist. It's literally Lando. That's what it is.
What about Mega Glalie?
Oh wait, Mega Glalie's physical? My mind.
It's mixed, but you can run physical. Oh, okay. But yeah, I'd say that I might have overrated Techno a bit, but I still feel like.
Garbage, bro.
But I still feel like he has some of the criteria checked, like rockers, hazard removal options, T-spikes absorbers, priority options, and
wait, what priority option? Skuntank with Sucker Punch?
Skuntank and Mega Glalie.
Oh, Mega Glalie's not.
It is a Pokemon.
Let me reinforce that plate.
It's a good Pokemon.
Fucking nothing. I actually think you just use it and explode. That's my opinion. I don't know anything about Pokemon.
But then
again, think he'll pop off. Most offensive mon in the league. Glalie OP. Goddamn.
But then again, he has really bad things going for him as well. Like his team being very weak to ground, and his Oh fuck, I forgot.
I mean, like when you're saying these teams weak to ground, it's really hard to pin that when two of your mons are floating on the air, and you're probably Lando Iron.
Yeah, but like, what is his resistance?
His resistance is a nothing, so he's gonna
Yeah,
lose.
exactly.
The rest of his team will lose the ground type. That's true.
And yeah, as you said, he is missing a physical wall breaker and a physical wall attacker in general. As Gigalith, Ferrothorn, or just
Like
defensive
Bandit,
mons.
like is that Bandit or off for our Pharaoh? What
No,
the fuck?
SD Pharaoh.
I don't like Xerkatry. Xerkatry's a bad mon. What is it gonna wait, is that a Z-Mon? I wanted to run Z. Please do that for me, Techno. Change out to your Z-Mon. If it isn't already. I didn't consider Z-Mon at all. So that's why some of these teams are different. So.
Yeah, I only considered C-Mons on A12 because he decided to draft C-Zapdos over C-Cure Black despite it being his only good hazard removal.
What's so bad?
He's A12's bad.
A12's bad at Pokemon. And before the league. Looking for a title. Oh, also Techno won last season. Did I mention that? He is the reigning champion. So
yeah.
I don't know how he ended up being the reigning champion. I'm not quite sure how that happened. But Techno's the champ of the CPC. Techno's actually a fucking god. I just think he's not gonna do it. His team's just not good enough. He's gonna have to make that's how he's gonna be.
Yeah, okay.
League. Oh, I guess Skuntank's physical. Yeah, Skuntank.
Physical Skuntank? Hell yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Really put it in that offensive work, dude. I actually like it as a dark type. I don't know. I don't hate his team that much. I just think there's really sizable flaws that kind of fuck it over, which is why it's like not the highest rate. Not like below 50%, like not above 8, like 10 for.
Yeah, so.
This is the most controversial.
Yeah, this is the most controversial, or the second most controversial after Jake's. As it's my second place and volumes number 12. Rob Jr.
14.
14.
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it that much at all.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess it's okay, but I don't like it. And let me say what it is.
Okay.
And Ashley will take it away. Landers T, Mega Kangaskhan, Reuniclus, Sizor, Snorlax, Dancy, Houndoom, Tentacruel, Abomasnow, Frostlass, and Persian. What is Persian? Please explain why that's here.
Persian is good, okay. Don't ask me why.
He has 2 normal types. His team's so bad. It's so weird. His team is either weak to fighting or fucking destroys fighting type. I'm not quite sure yet. Okay. Anyway, just explain why you have this number 2. I still don't understand.
Dude, this team is so good to just look on in paper. Because he has Landorus, T, Mega Kangaskhan, Reuniclus, Zizor, Snorlax, Diancie.
What's a special attacker? Please explain that to me.
What his special attacker is? Reuniclus, Tentacruel, Frostlass.
That's not good.
Diancie.
Diancie is physical.
Diancie is a special attacker, dude.
Mega Diancie is
regular as well.
I don't think it is. It's a garbage man. Fuck this team.
Okay, so he has good priority options though, and he does have good cleric wish option. With Kangaskhan and Reuniclus, I suppose.
I probably highly underrated this team.
He also has a lot of setup options. Good setup options at that.
That's true. Like, I don't know. I just don't think it's that good. Like, I don't know. I don't like it that much. I felt like to me he was kind of whole bunch of random mobs at the bottom, like the Yancy, Houndoom, Abomasnow, Frostlass, Persian. Like, what the fuck? Is Snorlax, are you really gonna bring Snorlax and Kang every time? Like, I know you have Lando T, Reuniclus, and stuff, but like, some of your team, like, it's so weird. It's just such a weird team. I don't like it that much. And also, like, his speed tiers drop from 95 to like 60. So he has a massive speed gap there, and nothing's really fast on his team to make up for it. It's fast at 115. So this is like a kind of a massive speed gap. Like,
do you mean 90 to 65?
Yeah, that's massive speed gap, dude. 25 points. It's better than Techno. Don't get me wrong. Better than Techno's. But, like, I don't like it that
But of
much.
course, Rob has his flaws as well, with his team also being very, very weak to ground types. I'm starting to notice a trend of a lot of these teams being weak to ground.
I think the team that wins the award for most weak to ground type is Mr. 681 Shadow, Connecticut Crocodile. So bad for ground. Like, he's every week it's a battle when he fights a ground type. Every week's a battle. Oh, every week. There's so many strong ground type.
Well, I just dropped something. Oh, well.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
just
matter.
yeah. I don't know. It's probably decent. It's more decent than I gave it credit for. I just don't like it that much. It's not my style at all. Like Mega Kang, strength, I guess. Not really. I don't know. I don't think it's that great. Like, I thought it would be better. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's God. Maybe he'll just destroy everything. We'll find out.
Mega Kang's good, though seismic toss is banned, so
Alright. Now
that's the
let's
thing.
bring in the man who's going 0-12 this season as
Who?
our number 1 and number 2 powering.
Fallop.
Mr. Fallop, co-commissioner of the CPC, coach of the Eindhoven Drapions. He's gonna go 0-12. Almost guaranteed.
Okay, so let me go over his team then. His team consists of Celesteela, Latios, Crocodile, Decidueye, Alolan Ninetales, Greninja, Lantern, Lycanroc, Day, Coughing, and Mega Charizard X.
Alright. I think let me go into this. His hazard he doesn't have a spin.
I feel like his team is the closest one to perfect in this whole thing.
I have Damos above him.
Nah, get out of here.
But like, I think Paul is right behind him. Oh, what a guy! What a god team, dude. I don't know. I like it. He doesn't have he's super not weak to ground. Oh, like his good defoggers and Latios and Decidueye. I like Decidueye as a live defogger so much, and he has good hazards and I just like that so much. I don't know. One problem I see with this team is I don't know, Crocodile and Megazord X. That's better than most people for physical attackers. I don't know. There's no problems. Best team in the league. I'm garbage. Ignore me. Ashy is right. I'm fucking terrible.
Dude, I'm always right. You can't freaking talk bad about this.
Yeah, my PRs are garbage. There's only a couple things so I can switch around with Ashy. We should probably average this out and make the right PRs. Alright.
Yeah, so a couple of bad things I noticed with Fallop's team, as none of these teams are perfect, is that he does have good wall breakers, but they aren't too consistent, as they have to fill some of the other roles as well at times. And he doesn't have a T-Spikes absorber, which is highly frowned upon when having a very offensive team just like his. But he did draft Coughing, so he can set up T-Spikes, which is always good.
Dude, Coughing, OP. Wait, no, but he actually has better T-Spikes Greninja.
Dude.
You can run Hazard Stack Greninja, you can run not Hazard Stack Greninja.
No, I meant like T-Spikes absorber. He also, like...
But Coughing, he does, what's the T-Spike absorber? Did you say he had one or doesn't?
He doesn't.
Yeah.
And yeah, so... Finally, for the bad things, is that he does have trouble with bulky normal types, as he only has one knockoff user and no fighting type.
Yeah, that's true. It's not optimal. Alright, this is the team that Rob smashes and goes 12-0. This fights this team every week. 12-0. Guaranteed.
Okay, so for the extra things he got that most of the other teams don't have, is that he has an Aurora Veil user in Ninetales, Alola. And speaking of that, did we go over this team?
Oh, no, we didn't. Celesteela, Latios, Crocodile, Decidueye, Ninetales, Alola, Greninja, Lantern, Lycanroc Day, Coughing, and Megazord Egg.
Yeah, so...
Lizard Storm! That's why he wins. Best team in the league, Lizard Storm. Best, you win. GG. Can't win. This guy's going 12-0. Most likely to go 12-0 this season.
Yeah,
Okay.
So that's it for whatever I had to say. Do you have anything to say, man?
Not really. I don't know. I just think it's a good team. It's pretty good. My analysis of things, is it good or is it bad? It's good. It's bad. It's good because I hate it. bad because I hated. That's basically why. I don't know. My analysis are terrible, guys. So please flame my ass in the comments. Leave as many comments. Just flame me the entire comment section, please. All right. So I believe that wraps up the PRs. Hopefully it won't be dumb long, but that's always the post draft. It's always dumb long because, especially when you disagree a lot, like.
Yeah,
No.
it's
So hopefully things will
about
get more
it's
standard
about
in the
1 hour and a quarter.
Oh boy.
So have fun watching through this, guys.
Remember, well, this is a dumb. Whatever. Don't ignore what I'm saying. Remember, subscribe to the CPC channel. Check out the man, the myth, the legend, 681 Shadow, best Pokemon battler in fucking history. All right, only man you should watch out of everyone. Everyone else is garbage. Subscribe to the CPC channel. There's like a video almost every day about the CPC that you can watch. Some juicy content. All right, best league. Fuck the GBA. Fuck the NPL. Fucking garbage. CPC best league. All right. Best league in the history. All right, nothing beats it.
Yeah,
Nothing beats.
yeah, okay.
Right?
Let me finish this off by shouting out the person who made this GFX, Muse the Best. Thank you for
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah. Like big shout out to our GFX team all the time. I think we have good GFX team. I'm always impressed with our background stuff. So big shout out to the other analysts for no reason. Check their stuff out.
Yeah, and
All
be
right,
sure
big
to
shout
come
out
back.
to the commissioner of this league, 681 Shadow, and Paul Fallon. That's why he's number one. He paid us lots of dough. That's the real answer. All right, paid us lots of dough.
Yeah, so be sure to come back next week on Friday to check off the week 1 power rankings as well. But for now, see ya until next time.